What can I say? Sometimes it's easier that way. And what can I do?
Well, we had a bit of a time skip apparently. Several weeks into the future.
Well, I was reading my old journals I had from the blackouts I had when I was a kid. So everything's changed now?
Yeah, kind of. Some of us went 88 miles per hour and saw some serious shit.
Yeah.
But were we all molested as children still? Did that still happen?
I don't know, there's something about a demon clown when we were younger. I don't know, we all held hands and he vanished. I don't know. But, anyway, where we left off, I had just covered Back to the Future Part 2. So, funny story, basically, the camera ran out of juice mid-recording and died.
Yeah,
so.
sorry about some of the choppy editing, but due to technical and personal things, we've just kind of had to fall where the edits fell.
Also, me not caring while editing, because let's face it, it was me. I was doing it.
I was trying to give you an out.
I don't need no stinking out. This is making it in, by the way.
Okay.
No blooper reel. Though I'm working on a blooper reel. Stay tuned for the blooper reel. Dale, your turn.
Okay, I was at number 9.
9, yes.
9.
The original Godzilla.
Gojira.
So would this be Horatio Hada, I believe, right?
The 54 version, yes. The original.
Or would this be the American one with Raymond Burr as...
The original. Trust me, that's the... His was 55, the original was 54.
Yes.
So it's without Raymond Burr.
King of the Monsters was still a decent movie. I still just think it's kind of interesting that, you know, with Godzilla, it being a horror movie at the time, that this idea that, you know, before all these horror monsters, I probably already covered this, but they have, like, motivations, you know. Dracula wanted to eat. Wolfman was driven by instinct. Godzilla didn't. Godzilla just indiscriminately destroyed.
Anyway.
And he originally shot steam instead of fire in the first movie.
Yeah.
That was radioactive steam.
He was an allegory for the nuclear bomb. So, that killed indiscriminately without reason, therefore, monster had no reason.
87 movies later.
See, now, Godzilla's just marching through Tokyo looking for that late-night taco stand.
Late night taco stand. He's once, in 1954, found it, and he just cannot find it again.
Yeah.
Jeremy!
I'm gonna go with an old classic, The Land Before Time.
Oh, yeah, neat. Yeah, Don Bluth.
How many of those are there? Like
13.
Are there only 13?
There's something like that. There's like.
I thought there was.
Did they finally stop putting them out?
I think so.
All I know is I saw the complete Land Before Time collection, all 13 movies at Walmart the other day.
Huh.
Okay.
I could have swore it was in the 20s.
No.
It just seems that way.
To be fair, they had a series at one point.
That is true.
Yes.
That's like.
Which maybe one day I'll cover since I'm deciding to go back to Tuned In. Official statement.
Oh,
Alright.
Cool.
Congratulations.
Little surprise there.
But, it's like the Ice Age movies with A New Land Before Time. There's got to be like a dozen of those.
5 and counting.
Are we only at 5?
It was 4 or 5. I didn't.
Continental Drift was the last one. So.
Was it? I don't know. Is it my turn then?
It is.
Seems so.
Alright, so the next one I have is 2002's May, which would be by director Lucky McKee. It's kind of interesting because it is a horror movie, but the first 2 acts just play out like a drama. It's just Angela Bettis, who's my favorite actress, maybe Catherine Isabelle. Anyway, just as this very awkward girl just looking to connect with a person, and then, spoiler alert, the 3rd act just turns into this terrifying bloodbath. Because she decides to take these pieces of imperfect people and make a perfect person, Frankenstein style.
So, basically, any date off of yeah.
Tumblr.
Oh, Tumblr's not a...
Oh.
Well, Tinder's the
Tinder,
thing.
Tinder, that's it.
Any date off of Tinder. Because don't you just hate that?
Wow, people in the year 2023 are going to watch this and be like, what the hell are they talking about?
What is Tinder or Tumblr or any of these other random words that don't make sense? We use Gleeble Club.
Yeah. The cloning process has made dating completely obsolete.
For those of you who are in love with yourself, it can be literal now.
I saw the movie The Island, which is just a rip-off of a different movie called Clonus Experiment.
Sex is disgusting, and we have forbid it.
Okay.
Yeah, anyway.
So, your turn. Number 8.
Number 8. Disney's Hercules. I was actually a pretty big fan of Disney's take on the Greek mythology, the incredibly cleaned up version. They did go into the nasty little habit of making Hades a villain, as a lot of people like to do.
Yeah.
But
making Hera the villain would have made the family theme very uncomfortable.
Would have made it really awkward.
Yeah.
And besides, but I can't argue that James Woods is an incredible villain.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
He's this great smoozy villain I love.
Yes.
It's like, man, they nailed through his labors like crazy.
I will say one thing about Disney's Hercules that's a strike against it. Not enough Kevin Sorbo.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Kevin Sorbo. Needed more of him.
Yes, needed more Kevin Sorbo.
That's more than 0. We definitely needed more as Kevin Sorbo in Disney's Hercules. Okay, moving on. Dale?
My number 8 movie, going back to the classics here, Son of Kong.
Son of Kong.
Nice.
One of the only 3 real monsters.
Yes.
There are only 3 real monsters. Dracula, Blackula, and Son of Kong.
That's right.
You could say King Kong, but he dead. Fell off the Empire State Building, dead.
Well, Son of Kong, at the end, he drowned.
Or so we think.
Well, then who fought Godzilla?
Yeah.
Grandson of Kong?
Donkey Kong? No.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. Have to find some really big barrels somewhere.
Godzilla, Nick Smash character.
Godzilla and Smash.
Yep.
If Ridley's not too big, then Godzilla's not too big.
Can we at least get a Godzilla assist trophy? He had a couple NES games. A Godzilla assist trophy would be awesome.
It'd take up like the entire screen. Take up half the screen vertically. And just, yeah.
I'll go with Mulan.
Mulan.
Mulan was fun.
I like Mulan.
Yeah.
And Donny Osmond's gonna make a man out of you.
Oh, yeah.
Which seems uncomfortable.
And I also learned recently, because I watched the new Game Theory, but yeah, I also learned the original myth was actually surprisingly progressive.
Yeah, it was.
I think the live-action remake is due out this November.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was late this year or early next year, but sometime in that.
There's a lot of Disney live-action movies
Disney's
coming.
going ham sandwich this year.
I'm not a fan of the live-action remakes.
But rest assured, I will be trying to review all of them after I see them. Because I've been seeing them.
Although Mary Poppins Returns got bitch slapped by Aquaman.
I did not see the Mary Poppins one. But
Well, they thought it and Firefly were going to be Aquaman's only real competition, but he's stomping both of them. They figure that as this year progresses, the two of them will pick up.
Oh, maybe.
Anyway.
My turn?
Yes,
2014's Unfriended. One of the few movies I've seen recently that had actually got me on edge. And I'm not gonna lie, if it was... this movie would have probably been my number 2 or 3 entry had it not been for the last 30 seconds. The last 30 seconds of the movie is so bad. It just completely knocks the wind out of any momentum the movie had built. Basically, these kids bullied a girl, and then her ghost is haunting their Skype conversation. It is better than it sounds.
Everything you've told me about it.
I love it. I love it. It's great. It sounds bad. And it's only 83 minutes long, so it's not like I have to sit there for 2 hours with these people.
That was it? It was dumb. It was pointless. It was short. We loved it!
Well, you don't need a movie to be 3 hours long to tell a narrative. Infinity War.
Thank you, Ram.
Well, like, what, 6 hours? Because Endgame is just Infinity War Part 2. And the trailer looks garbage.
It does look...
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know. Good thing it's the end of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We don't have to sit through it anymore.
It is for me. I'm done with Marvel movies after Endgame.
And yet, Wonder Woman and Aquaman have got me interested in the DC cinematic again. Sort of.
Well, DC's not putting a movie out every 3 days.
That's true. Not oversaturating stuff.
And also, they're taking risks with their movies. I mean, the Marvel movies, they just took the script of Iron Man and Control-F'd everything.
In my review for Aquaman, I had never seen actual character development for a villain like that. He has a actual scene where he's crafting his gear.
Which one, Manta or
Manta?
Ocean?
Yeah.
Oh, Manta.
Manta's crafting his equipment. You never see that sort of montage for a villain. I was blown away by that.
To be fair, in the first Iron Man, we did see Obadiah Stane collecting pieces and trying to reconstruct the Mark I armor.
I suppose, but you didn't actually see him in the shop experimenting. It didn't work this time.
Well, that's
what I really need.
Well, that's because Obadiah Stane didn't build it. He had scientists build it.
Yeah.
Because Obadiah Stane's a marketing guy.
Yeah.
How do we go from Ghost... Oh, right, time, but yes. Just real quick on Unfriended, I wish they kept the original name, which was going to be called Cybernatural.
Huh.
Oh, good. Nice.
Interesting.
Good one.
I mean, Unfriended does roll off the tongue and is kind of topical, but at the same time. Alright.
7th.
My 7th choice. You know what? The Incredibles. The first Incredibles.
You mean the...
Fantastic Four movie that actually
we never got?
Yeah.
No. I really like The Incredibles.
Syndrome was such a great villain. To me, anyway.
The character dynamics were good.
Yes. He felt like a family. Like you said, it was the Fantastic Four movie we never got.
Never did get to finish.
Because that was the whole thing with Fantastic Four, was they were supposed to be a family, and it was supposed to...
Boy, was any chance for that thrown away in the remake. Fan-fortastic.
Mm-hmm.
That was bad.
The Incredibles was basically Fantastic Four and The Watchmen.
Yeah.
So...
Because they had the government that had done away with heroes.
Well, Fantastic Four was a deconstruction of the superhero genre without being condescending about it.
Oh, you meant Incredibles because you said Fantastic Four.
No, The Incredibles.
Okay.
No, that's the secret brilliance of the new Fantastic Four movie. It's a deconstruction. It's like, oh, you think a superhero movie needs to be action-oriented and have characters? Haha, here's proof that it doesn't.
The only one thing, I know we're getting off track, the only one thing I liked about that Fantastic Four movie was their approach of using the powers like body horror.
The problem is they didn't go anywhere with it.
Yeah.
That's really where they just kind of half-assed that.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, The Incredibles is a hero deconstruction without being condescending about it. Because if Watchmen has a fault, it's a little bit of a condescending narrative.
because Alan Moore's pretentious.
Alan Moore is pretentious.
I mean, I like the guy, but he's pretentious.
I've never met the guy, but I like his work.
Yeah, I like his work, but his work is pretentious.
It's very pretentious.
Anyway, Dale?
My number 7 movie?
Yes.
The original King Kong.
King Kong.
Because you can keep your CGI, the stop motion animation in that still, even today, still looks good.
Or at least good enough.
I agree.
I love stop motion. I'm experimenting with it now.
I like practical effects.
Yeah.
So I like anything where it's not just a computer image posted on a computer screen.
So yeah, I'm working on trying to make stop motion out of Legos with some of my projects I'm working
Funny Bones.
on. Bonehead and Muscles.
Bonehead and Muscles, that's it.
My upcoming sitcom that involves He-Man and Skeletor. Because I just can't put this voice away! Anyway.
And it wasn't, oh man, how's the quote go? It was Beauty that killed the Beast? At the end of King Kong,
That was Beauty that killed the... something like that.
Yeah.
No, it actually turned out it was airplanes with machine guns that killed the Beast, so... Seven?
I'm gonna go with Voltron.
Voltron? Was there a Voltron movie?
It was very, very old. I had a VHS of it. I'm pretty sure it was just a compilation of episodes.
Maybe.
But it was still a movie for American release. Definitely.
And if the episodes were compiled together to make a functional, solid, complete storyline, then yeah, I guess that would make a movie.
Yep. It was also clearly a lead into the series at the end.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was its own self-contained movie.
Whatever. This entire discussion is like the Wild West. Anything goes. Bang, 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 bang.
I'm not sure I've ever seen the movie. I remember the show. I remember bits and pieces of the show.
The movie was basically the origin story of the Voltron. The original Voltron Force.
So probably the first couple episodes.
Not the lion one, not the one with 700 cars, right?
No. The 5 lines.
The only one that really counts.
The only one that counts, yep. So I guess it's my turn for 7?
I guess so.
Woo! And that is 2008's Martyrs by Pascal...
Probably Pascal.
It's French.
Laugier.
That's Pascal.
Sure, Pascal Laugier. It's very hard to talk about that movie without ruining it. So instead, I'm going to take this. This isn't just an excuse for me to rant about it, but I'm going to rant about the American remake by Kevin and Michael Goetz. And I hope you guys are happy with what you did. I really, really hope you liked it, because fuck you guys. That movie was so bad. That movie. Okay, the original is a ultra-violent meditation on the dangers of fundamentalism. And there's a very poignant scene at the end where the villain hears about what happens in the afterlife, and because the goal of the organization is to find out what's on the other side. So they try to bring young women to the point of teetering on death to see if they can find out what's on the other side. There's a very poignant moment at the end, so there's a spoiler here, where the matron hears what goes on, and right before she holds a press conference explaining it, solemnly shoots herself in the mirror, because whatever it was, she couldn't mentally handle. In the American remake, the character who's being tortured whispers it into her friend's ears, and the priest standing next to it goes, "I heard everything!" and pulls out a gun and shoots himself. And honestly, it wouldn't be more cartoony if Porky Pig didn't pop out and go, "Beep, beep, beep, that's all, folks!"
Wow, that's... Wow.
He just like goes, "Ooh," like... basically, "Ooh." I'm like, whoa.
There's a big difference between witnessing something yourself and hearing someone tell you it. And it's like, because you might not believe them. You might,
Well, and it's like the original had like this very dark meditation on, you know, what I did wasn't worth it. And the American version is basically just a violent cartoon. It's so bad. It is so bad. It is just so bad.
So the quote fellow critic Jay Sherman, it stinks.
Yep. 6.
Disney's Aladdin.
Got a lot of cartoons lately.
It's
Maybe
what
like
I do.
cartoons.
Yeah.
And also
Alright,
Disney when it comes to
Thank you. Oh.
when it comes to, you know, cartoon movies, is Disney's the king, you know.
Yes.
But the soundtrack.
Uh-huh.
The soundtrack has always been powerful to me. I mean, those songs stuck with me since childhood and probably always will. So,
Unfortunately, we didn't get a Jafar song till the 3rd movie.
yeah, I know.
That is unfortunate.
Because we aren't counting the Prince Ali reprise. That
No.
doesn't really count as his song.
Right.
Prince Ali.
Well, look at me. I'm a late middle age, and I still do the songs at work sometime. That's why the live action remake, they're keeping them. They're even adding one.
Is it a Jafar song? Because it should
I
be.
don't know. It's the princess is getting a song this time.
But Jafar still isn't.
I
Shame,
don't know.
shame,
He
shame.
perhaps might.
Yeah, no, it's live action. They said they were going to add a bunch more, so.
Yeah, I mean, if they did the Aladdin play, and he got a song, so maybe then maybe they'll drop that in.
Unfortunately, Robin Williams is dead, so he can't reprise his role as Genie.
Nope, live action, they're getting Will Smith to do it.
Yes. It's just not going to be the same.
Well, he's not shooting to be the same. He's doing his own interpretation of it.
That's fine.
Well, as long as they don't make the genie just as whimsical, then it should be okay.
Yeah, I mean, as long as the character is a completely new original character, I'll be okay with that. I just don't want him to be a half-assed version of Robin Williams.
Will Smith, he's doing a genie that's a little more self-aware of what he can do and everything. Apparently, after his song, he's trying to find out. Aladdin doesn't know about this stuff. He's like, seriously?
Yeah.
Genie, wish, lamp, none of this rings a bell? That's different.
It turns out I was one short, so
Oh, you're one
I
short.
just wrote a new one.
Oh, okay then.
Okay.
And for number 6, this is another classic because it's like from 1959.
Uh-huh.
John Wayne, Rio Lobo.
Rio Lobo. Never seen it.
One of the best westerns they've ever done. It's the one with the guys, the sheriff has arrested the local rich guy's son for committing a crime, and the rich guy has hired people to try to break his son out.
Huh. I'm not as familiar with westerns as I probably should be. I think I've seen 1 or 2 Sergio Leone films. So I'll have to check out this Rio Lobo. Rio Lobo. I'll have to make sure to...
Okay.
I can't remember the name of the movie, and I'm not sure if you guys will. I probably should have looked it up, but I didn't think of it. It's a movie where it's a live action,
Uh-huh.
and there's a parrot who knows how to actually talk.
Okay. You're narrowing it down. Continue.
And it's basically the parrot. The overarching story is that the parrot's in basically a basement of a place, and he's talking to, I think it's the guy who acts with Adam Sandler a lot.
Kevin James?
No.
Big guy? David Spade, little guy.
You can do it.
Oh,
Rob Schneider.
Yes, I think he's talking to Ralph Snyder.
Wait, is the movie Paulie?
Yes.
There we go.
Paulie?
Yes.
That's
Alright.
I remember seeing the ads for that one.
I thought so. I narrowed it down, and it's like, it might be Paulie. Is it Paulie? It's Paulie.
That is that is exactly what the
Talking animal movies, that's almost like cartoons to me. So, you're talking to the right guy.
That's almost like Poison to me.
Well, you know. I couldn't even watch Beverly Hills Chihuahua.
My wife made me sit through it.
What can make you mine?